So for this next segment, I would love for all of the Don't Tread on Me crowd to just circle around, okay? I live in one of the reddest areas in Tennessee. I always joke and say that I'm in the buckle of the Bible Belt, and I see Confederate flags, and I see Don't Tread on Me flags, and I see Trump flags, even his head on Rambo's body, way more so than I do the American flag. But the one thing that all the people says is we don't want the government getting involved in our lives. We don't want the government to be treading on us. Well, folks, they're treading on you. And so I want my tyrannical government crowd that's always been here. We're gonna stand against the tyrannical government. I want every one of those people to pay attention. And yes, I know they're watching because I do get messages from them just like I do supporters. I get the same messages from people who disagrees with me, but this is one that we should be able to come together and agree on. So we're going to be doing a watch along. Ben Mycelis did a video over on the Midas Touch Network. We're not going to watch the entire thing. It's 23 minutes long, but I highly recommend that everyone go watch the entire thing. Watch it from start to finish. But I just want to focus on the first couple of minutes here of this one and let everyone know what is actually going on, because this invading American cities, it's being recorded, it's being caught on camera, and I want people to see it. So we're just going to watch along here with Ben, and I really want that tyrannical government, don't tread on me crowd. I really want y'all to listen closely with an open mind and take a look at what Ben Mycelis is showing us here.
Donald Trump has been caught on camera. We have the video, we have the receipts, we have the photographs. Donald Trump is currently terrorizing the city of Chicago and other cities across the nation with his ICE Gestapo agents. And as you look at what he's trying to do, especially right now in Chicago, we saw this over the weekend, he wants to provoke a reaction from the people of Chicago that Donald Trump can then use as pretext to call in the military to invade Chicago. So all throughout Chicago, Donald Trump sent hundreds and hundreds of militarized ICE forces through the city. They were marching as though they were troops invading a city. They were in the waterways as well. You'll be able to see that, and we'll show you what was going down there. And they were attacking people in the communities. I just want to show you everything that went down. You see Donald Trump posting right here on his social media platform the photo of these ICE agents marching through Chicago. You see them right there in the water. Let me show you what went down as a man was arrested outside of the Broadview ICE facility in Chicago. Just take a watch at how this Gestapo is operating. And again, they're trying to provoke a reaction so then Donald Trump can say, you see, there's violence there. We're sending in the military, as he has ordered the military to enter Portland, Oregon. This is what just happened in Chicago. Here, play this clip.
Get back! Get back!
And now over here, you'll see these hundreds of federal agents patrolling the Chicago Riverwalk. Here, take a look right here. Let's play it. Here's another view right here of these ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, kind of marching through menacingly Chicago. Here, play this clip right here.
Now, folks, again, I highly recommend you go watch this entire video, But the reason that I wanted to show you those first 3 minutes is because I really want to speak to the people from my part of the world that I grew up with, that I know does not believe in government overreach, and I know wants a smaller government that stays out of everyone's lives. Y'all have preached this stuff for years. But that looked like everything that we studied in the history books. When you go back and look at 1930s Germany, and you go back and look at everything that our grandfathers fought against, that is what it looks like. And you can think however you want to. You can say, "Oh well, they're just coming to restore law and order. They're just coming after brown people. They're coming after criminals and gang members." And well, Brando, that was great gang members. That was criminals. What you got to understand is, if they can do that to these people, if they can come to Chicago and do that, and run rampant over everybody, they can do it to you too. They can do it the minute that they think that you have stepped out of line too. Right now, I know a lot of good old boys are flexing and excited because Antifa got labeled a terrorist organization. Yay! Well, first of all, Antifa is not a real organization. There's no headquarters. There's no president. I'm never going to be able to interview that dude because he don't exist. So when he declares war on an idea, same way going back to when Bush declared war on terror, it's kind of the same thing, except this one in a lot of ways is even more dangerous because now whoever he labels to be Antifa, he can say is a domestic terrorist, and he can lock you up and throw the book away. So it's not about, really at the end of the day, it's not really about whether you support Trump or not. It's got nothing to do with that. What I would like for people to really stop on this one and just pause and just think this one through for a minute. If they can do it to them, they can do it to you. And I can't count the times that I've started off conversations about the Second Amendment, started trying to talk about those things, started trying to say, hey, you know what? We need to have stricter gun laws. And someone would say, well, no, wait a minute, Brando. We can't do that because then they come and take our guns. And then I say, yeah, but this person over here, there's a lot of red flags about this person. They're clearly mentally ill. They're clearly disturbed. They're clearly making threats on social media. Shouldn't we do something about it? Well, now we can't do that because if we did that, they could do that to us. They could turn that on us and say we're trying to threaten people. Can't do that. We just got to have a good guy with a gun to stop the bad guy with a gun. Okay, well, every argument you ever made to me about these things, I can just turn it and flip it on you and say, okay, you might not have had a problem with the clips that Ben showed you in that video, but if they can do it to them, they can do it to you. And if they can label one group of Americans as domestic terrorists just because they disagree, then they can turn around and label you as Antifa. And I know a lot of them don't even really understand what Antifa is. It is a play off of the phrase anti-fascism. So again, to all of my gotta rise up against a tyrannical government crowd, and to all of my don't tread on me crowd, let's just one more time go over these definitions because I really want to drive this point home. I know that the don't tread on me crowd does not like an authoritarian regime. Authoritarian is favoring strict obedience to authority, especially at the expense of personal freedom. So to them, I would say, do you really want to give up personal freedom just to have strict obedience to one person? And before you go, yeah, man, them people's anti-fascist, they're Antifa. Okay. Well, are you for? So if we're anti-fascism, then does that mean you're for a governmental system led by a dictator having complete power, forcibly suppressing opposition and criticism, regimenting all industry, commerce, etc., and emphasizing an aggressive nationalism and often racism? I mean, if you're against people that are anti that, are you telling us you're for that? Folks, it's really high time that everybody just stops, pauses, and thinks a little bit more about this before they just go out here and sit back and cheer this shit on. This is not American. This is everything that this country ever stood against, happening right out on our streets. And you could say, well, at least Trump's trying to do something about the crime. Go back to what Gavin Newsom said. I know a lot of you don't like him around here, but hey, his words are going to be ringing in your ears for a long time when he said, hey, what they're doing in Los Angeles, it's going to come to your town next. And you can sit back and go, yay, Los Angeles, yay, Chicago, yay, Portland, yay, San Francisco, yay, Oakland, yay, every blue city in the world. Until one day you and your boys up the holler steps out of line, he ain't going to give a shit about you either. So to anyone that says, well, I'm okay with him being a dictator as long as he's doing what I want him to do, he don't give a shit about you. Dictators don't care what you want them to do because they've already got you. They got you right in their back pocket. They don't need to say another word to you. So please watch that entire video. Go check it out. All hell breaks loose as Trump invasion is caught on tape. Watch the whole 23 minutes. It gets worse. The video continues to just like a snowball headed for hell. Remember the old Merle Haggard song? Are we rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell? Yes, we are. Yeah, we are. And the good times may truly be over if we don't pump the brakes on this one and dial it back. So to my critics, to the ones that says, I don't know why you see things the way you do, could you just open your mind for 23 minutes? That's all I'm asking. 23 minutes, go watch that video and get back to me and tell me if that's really what you're for. Because I thought y'all were all about don't tread on me, and that's a whole lot of treading going on.